Hello, good morning, students. Let us try to understand the liquefaction of gases, students. So, when you talk about the liquefaction of gases, first complete data on the pressure, volume, temperature relation of the substance in both gaseous and liquid state was obtained by Thomas Andrews on the carbon dioxide. He plotted isotherm of carbon dioxide at various temperature. Later, it was found that real gases behave in the same manner as carbon dioxide. Andrews noted that at high temperature, isotherm look like that of an ideal gas, and gas cannot be liquefied even at very high pressure. As the temperature is lowered, shape of the curve changed. Data shows considerable deviation from the ideal gas behavior at 30.98 degrees Celsius. Now, dear students, here you see what are these one. See, that is firstly it is the ideal behavior. Whatever the first one, this indicating ideal behavior. Second one, it is also going to be ideal behavior. This is going to be, this line is going to be somewhat that is real behavior. Here the change in the curve taking place. Here you can see there is a change in the curve. So what is meaning of this, friend? Let's try to understand here. Okay, carbon dioxide remain gas up to 73 atmospheric pressure, point E in figure 5.1. So you see where is the point E, here is there. If the pressure is what, student? 73, you see na, this is 73 pressure. So remain it will be the in the gaseous state, at 73. Carbon dioxide remains gas up to 73 atmospheric pressure, point E in figure 5.11. At 73 atmospheric pressure, liquid carbon dioxide appear for the first time. At 73 atmospheric pressure, liquid carbon dioxide appears for the first time. The temperature 30.98 degrees Celsius. The temperature 30.98 degrees Celsius is called critical temperature. 30.98 degrees Celsius, because here they are saying that is carbon dioxide remain gas up to 73 atmospheric pressure. At 73 atmospheric pressure, liquid carbon dioxide appear first time. The temperature 30.98 degree is called critical temperature of the carbon dioxide. This is the highest temperature at which liquid carbon dioxide is obtained. Above this temperature, it is gas. Volume of 1 mole of the gas at critical temperature is called critical volume, and pressure at the temperature is called critical pressure. The critical temperature, pressure and volume are called critical constant. Further, increase in pressure simply compresses the liquid carbon dioxide, and the curve represent the compressibility of the liquid. The steep line represent the isotherm of liquid. Even a slight compression result in steep rise in the pressure, indicating very low compressibility of the liquid. Below 30.98 degrees Celsius, the behavior of the gas on compression is quite different. At 21.5 degrees Celsius, carbon dioxide remains as a gas only up to point B. At point B, liquid of particular volume appears. So let us try to see the point B. Where is the point B? Here. Here is what is appearing, student. This is the liquid condition. Here is what is there. Still the gas is there. Okay. And 30.98, this is the critical temperature. Critical temperature. Okay, above this temperature the gas cannot be liquefied. Okay, now here you see, students, what are there. Further, compression does not change the pressure. Liquid and gaseous carbon dioxide exist. Further applications of pressure result in the condensation of more gas until the point C is reached. At point C, all the gas has been condensed and further application of the pressure merely compresses the liquid as shown by the steep line. A slight compression from volume V2 to V3 result in the steep rise in the pressure from P2 to P3 below 30.9 degrees Celsius critical temperature. Each curve shows the similar trend, only length of the horizontal line increases at lower temperature. At critical point, horizontal portion of the isotherm merges into one point. Thus, we see that a point like A in figure 5.11 represent gaseous state, a point like D represent liquid state, and point under the dome shape area represent existence of liquid and gaseous carbon dioxide in equilibrium. All the gases upon compression at constant temperature, isothermal compression, show the same behavior as shown by the carbon dioxide. Also, above discussion show that the gases should be cooled below their critical temperature for liquefaction. Critical temperature of the gases is highest temperature at which liquefaction of the gas first occur. Liquefaction of so-called permanent gases, that is gases we show continuous positive deviation in Z value, required cooling as well as considerable compression. Compression brings the molecule in close vicinity and cooling slow the movement of the molecule. Therefore, intermolecular interaction may hold the closely and slowly moving molecule together and the gas liquefied. It is possible to change a gas into liquid or liquid into gas by a process in which always a single phase is present. For example, in figure 5.11, we can move from point A to F vertically by increasing the temperature. Then we can reach the point G, compressing the gas at the constant temperature along this isotherm. Isotherm at 31.1 degrees Celsius, the pressure will increase. Now we can move vertically downwards D by lowering the temperature. As soon as we cross the point H on the critical isotherm, we get liquid. We end up with the liquid, but in this series of changes, we do not pass through two-phase region. If process is carried out at the critical temperature, substance always remain in the same phase. Thus, there is continuity between the gaseous and liquid state. The term liquid is used for either a liquid or gas to recognize this continuity. Thus, a liquid can be viewed as a very dense gas. Liquid and gas can be distinguished only when the fluid is below its critical temperature and its pressure and volume lie under the dome, since that situation liquid and gas are in equilibrium and a surface separating the two phases is visible. In the absence of this surface, there is no fundamental way of distinguishing between the two states. At critical temperature, liquid passes into gaseous state imperceptibly and continuously. The surface separating two phases disappears. Section 5.101. A gas below the critical temperature can be liquefied by applying the pressure, and it's called vapors of the substance. Carbon dioxide gas below its critical temperature is called carbon dioxide vapors. Critical constant of some common substance are given below. Like critical temperature are there: hydrogen 33.2 Kelvin, pressure 12.97, volume 0.0650, helium 5.3, and on N2 126, O2 154, CO2 304 Okay, minus 20 minus 273, how much will come? 31, and here is 6, 304. Critical temperature for CO2 they have given 304. So 304 means minus 273 na. So 1, and here is how much? 31 degrees Celsius. Okay, in Celsius. H2O 647, NH3 405. This is the answer. Gases possess characteristic critical temperature which depends upon the magnitude of intermolecular forces between the gas particle. Critical temperature of ammonia and carbon dioxide are 405.5 Kelvin and 304.10 Kelvin respectively. Which of these gases will liquefy first when you start cooling from the 500 Kelvin to their critical temperature? Ammonia will liquefy first because its critical temperature will be reached first. Liquefaction of CO2 will require more cooling. So in the next video we will study the liquid state students.